about price going from here till this place, and you can see that that is what it has done. So it's very simple. When you see where price has taken liquidity from, that's a major point in the market like this. And then price comes instead of it using the other block that is here to buy, it goes to sweep the low, that protected low instead. It goes to sweep it, and then you have what you have here. Price now closes that place with a wick, like how it showed here. You see that price shows that it wants to buy. And then of course, you know that if this place closed with a body like this, it closed beyond a major high or a major low with a body, that is a sign for what? For continuation. So you just look for the most recent expansion and then continue selling. Okay. So that is what I wanted to just quickly point out for us today before we go on. All right. So that's that. So let's see BTC instrument. Okay. So BTC, you see, let's go from the weekly. I said yesterday that BTC is going to come for this place. Now, yes, it's not every time you're going to find a clear entry, because we like our trades to retrace to our entry point and then we enter. There are people that are able to just place the cells from there. That's good for them. But we have a system here that we have to obey religiously. I was looking for a cell as at this area. So you see, price did not come back, but price had enough fuel to drive to the drawn liquidity. So that is fine. Is that okay? That is okay for me. Now, you see, the thing I just explained on DXY happened here. This was a swing like this. So this place should have been a protected high, right? But price came to do what? Price came to sweep that protected high. And what does it do? It went for the low that started that retracement. This low here started that retracement. You see that price did what? Went for this place, and then it has crashed back down to that low. And then another reason why BTC sold is weekly. We can also use our weekly candle system to know the weekly candle here was swept with a wick. Can you see? So that was the sign that we're going to come for this low. Okay. So you see that these things show up themselves. You can look at it from the candle perspective or from the normal swing point perspective. Like this guy now, this is a swing. This is a major swing point. This place is a major swing. This is a major swing low. This is a major swing high. Right? If I'm to go back, I can spot one or two more. This is a major swing point. This is another major swing point. So you see that price took here with a body. Abi? Price took there with a body. And then what did it do? It just retraced and continued. If price took here with just a wick, I would have expected some sales. Are we together? This was another major swing point here. This high here. You see that price took there with what? With a body. And then upon taking there, what does it do? It just comes to retrace to that area to start buying again. Okay, so that's how this thing works. All right, no problem. So what I'm seeing here now, we are falling in. Please, I hope you are hearing me, because where I am, the rain that is falling here is very heavy. So I hope I'm audible, please. Okay, and then my network is not making me crack. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's okay.
Eh?
It's okay, sir. Good morning, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Sunday, I greet you. Okay.
Yes.
So BTC now, we have fallen into this very interesting point. This is a zone that I was looking out for a long time. This zone is like our QMR, or call it heads and shoulders. Those that were in the beginners class, as at yesterday, we talked about this setup. We have this place. This is a liquidity sweep. Abi? Then price did what? Price printed inducement here, and then he went to break this place. So I said that the QMR is very similar to the what? To the heads and shoulders pattern. The QMR is very similar to the heads and shoulders pattern. So this guy now is the what? Is the left shoulder. This is the head. This is the what? This is the right shoulder. So oftentimes price comes to do what? Price comes to clear the right shoulder before buying. Oftentimes, price likes to come for the right shoulder. Yes, I know it bought from here a little bit, but we had an order block that is here that price has successfully crashed down into. Are we together? So you see that BTC now, price has crashed down into this order block that is lying down here. So what do we know? So what do we do now? We go to look for a confirmation. How do we do that? By going to the next time frame. That's the H4 now. What do we want to see on the H4? We want to see an expansion. We want to see an expansion on the H4 or a what? Or a fully bullish engulfing candle. If you see either of these two, that means our trade is aligned, right? So you see on the H4 now, we don't have a fully bullish engulfing candle yet, and we don't also have an expansion. That is a break of structure to the upside like this or something like this. Let me show you. On the line chart, it look like this. Price can sweep here and now do this. So this is now a confirmed expansion where you can now trade from here. So on BTC, none of these things have happened yet. So this is a sign for us to be patient, okay? This is a sign for us to be patient. That's what's happening here. So we are inside a very key order block now. So we want two things to happen for us so that we can have a structural alignment. So when either of the things I just mentioned now occurs, then we are good to go. Okay. So either price, what I'd love to see BTC do is two things. Let it come and break here, to have an expansion, or it does something like this to have an expansion here instead. Then we can start to buy from here. Okay. So please, if you don't have any confirmation on BTC, stay away from the trade. Okay. If there's no confirmation from the trade, stay away. You know that we have been able to avoid some losses on these live sessions by waiting for confirmation. Where there's no confirmation, we always tell you don't trade yet. And there are times where price actually goes to disregard that zone that we're looking to trade from. So you see how we have saved ourselves from unnecessary losses. Okay. So that's that for BTC. Okay. So we have a few more pairs that will just show directions, and then we'll just do more of waiting. We have a limit that we placed for NZD-CHF yesterday. That limit is still valid, okay? Still leave it on. That's the only limit we called yesterday. I think AUD too, but NZD-CHF, leave it on. We will see how if we run another thing, we'll let you know. So let's look at gold. Gold is entering. There's a range that is happening here on gold. I know that we have been very bullish, for a very long time, but we cannot just close our eyes to the fact that gold is suffering at this time to give us a clear direction. But something happened yesterday, and you see price is respecting that place very powerfully. This order block, we called it yesterday. Why did I call this order block yesterday? See it here. Upon mitigation of this daily demand or order block that you have here, this was a bullish order block, otherwise known as a demand zone. When price mitigated this demand zone, what did it do? It went to do what? A daily fully bullish engulfing candle, which I just talked about on the other pair. This candle, see it here. These two candles. You see that this blue candle totally engulfed this one. You see? Let me show you. It took the low, and then it came and closed above this thing. So that was a very good sign that we have swept some small liquidity here, and then we can look to buy. Okay, so let's see what now happens. On the H4 now, you can see the sweep of liquidity here. It was small, but it actually swept. Price now was supposed to, and then we had an expansion here. Can you see? See, this place is higher than this other one. So this was a confirmed expansion. So we go to look for an entry area. So this is what happened here. We had this order block on the 2 hours time frame from yesterday that we said that we had one here too, but the way yesterday candle closed, there was another block. There was another block that we drew around somewhere here. We had a small push from it. That was nice. But the way that yesterday's candle closed, we knew that price is definitely going to purge through that order block and come for this one. And you can see that this is a very beautiful mitigation. So on this order block that we had here. So we're looking at how price can give us a what's it called? A chance to trade. A chance to trade. So let's see. We are trying to break structure. So the only place that we have is this place. I want to say something about this order block now. So stay with me. Something is happening here that I want to talk about. It's looking, you see, we are currently, a little bit sideways. So it's giving buy and sell at the same time. There was something that happened from this place. This was supposed to be a buy. This other block was supposed to be a buy. Abi? And then what the price do? You see that price actually reacted from it a little bit. And then it went on to do what? It went on to break below that zone. So what does that make this place? This place now became a what? Became a key level. This place became a key level. And I think there was a time Mr. Val analyzed this trade and then this area, and then he called out this place that gold may sell from here. And you can see that price touched it and dropped. Another way I saw it is from this one, from this key level. You see that price was here. This was supposed to buy. Yeah. The buy now did was now failed. And then it had what? It had fair value gap there. So this was a very good place that price was supposed to come back to experience downside movement from. Stay with me. What now happened is that, let me delete all of this so that you can see clearly. Okay, so this was the key level here. This was the key level. Something now happened. The high was taken, the daily high of, this, what day was this? This was Thursday last week. So the high of that candle was swept. Now, when the high is swept, we usually, when the high is swept, usually we like to look for the low to be swept. Stay with me. What now happened? H4 started expanding to the downside. See, we had a series of expansion here, but this was the last major one that happened. Price retraced and did another expansion here. Can you see that? Can you see that this was the last expansion that we had here? So let's go to candlestick chart. What do you see? You see that is that other block that I just said that is the place that will determine if the buy is going to work or not. If this buy is going to hold, that means this other block here will have to be pierced. This other block will have to be pierced like this. Then we can start looking for buy. But if this place should hold the sell, it has license to still hold the sell. Are we together? So you see, we are like in crossroads, buy or sell. Another thing that happened yesterday is that price took yesterday's candle and closed very, very bearish. Now, what would have given me more conviction for this buy that is happening now is that this candle should have been swept like this. If this candle swept this liquidity, then I said, okay, very good. I'll now look to do what? I'll now look to aim for the high here. I'll now look to aim for the high here. So if I swept here, I'd have looked to do what? I'd have looked to aim for the high. So in this other block now, I won't even regard it. But the way yesterday closed, closed very bearish. Today did not now sweep the low. This looks like a retracement. Are we together? This looks like a retracement to the other block. If we took here with a body or with a wick, I'd have said, oh, okay, we want to come here. But the way we did not take here, it looks like we're trying to retrace to somewhere to sell. Are we together? Yes, our buy order block was very good. It did a very good retracement here. So what I'm trying to say in essence, this order block is going to determine what we are doing next. This place here will determine what we are doing next. So it's either we break above it and then we look to buy, or let me say the 1 hour time frame now gives us what? Gives us an expansion to the downside and breaks this place. Then from here, we are going to sell to this low. Are we together? Are we together? I hope you're hearing me clearly. I hope I'm audible and I'm not cracking. Okay? So that's exactly what I'm seeing from gold. Okay? I said that gold is what? Gold is in a kind of sideways. It's not trending up. It's not trending down at this point. Gold has done two things. Gold has mitigated a demand here and has also come to mitigate what? A key level, a sell key level that was here. So you see that we have a buy and we also have a what? We also have a sell. So we are in the middle of the buy and sell. That is why we are ranging. A couple of weeks ago, we talked about this on AUD USD. I predicted that we're going to have a consolidation. It was not juju. It's because we mitigated a buy and we have also mitigated a sell area. So definitely price is going to go into like a tug of war to determine where it wants to go to next. Are we together? So that's what's happening here. So the deciding factor for what gold will do next is what is lying down here. Are we together? Is what is lying down here. So if we break above here, then we can look for a pullback to go up. If 1 hour time frame, because this is a 4 hours order block, so we can look for a confirmation on the 1 hour. So if the 1 hour now does this and breaks here, then I can look to sell. You see that if I go to the line chart, you see that this is a place, this is a low. Yeah, that price can break. If price comes to break this low, then you see that a change of character or an expansion or whatever language you like to use, it is confirmed. Okay. So if I have an FVG here, if I have a fair value gap here, I can look to sell. Are we together? So what we're going to do now is we're going to be very, very patient for gold to give us the next direction. Okay, I'm going to be very patient for gold to tell us what it's about to do next. When it gives us that, then we know that we are due for either a buy or a sell. Okay, please be very patient. I know we are very a lot of us have made money from gold, from all the buy stuff that happened. Currently, you see that the sellers have come in and come in very strong. So please just be on the watch out and be very careful with the way you are approaching gold for now. Okay. Thank you. So let's see one or two other currencies. This gold has really this gold we have to pay attention to it so that we understand what we are doing next. So let's see some minor currencies. Okay. For people that are trading EU and G, let me first look at it. We know what I'm doing there. We still have chances to sell. We still have chances to sell, but the sell has to come. We have to retrace into this place. When I was analyzing EU, which I think yesterday or so, I spotted. I said I want to sell from this place. Yeah, but we don't have to close our eyes to the next information that price has given to us. There's a new development which is lying down here. This place is like a a support. See this place. It's like a support now. Is it not a support? You see that price was here. He tried to also buy from there. Then he failed. So upon failing that place, he now printed an inducement here, and it has left behind imbalance in this market. So it's not out of place for me to come here and look for a sell opportunity to trade to this place. It is if this place now fails that I'll now turn my focus to this place that we had before. So you see the way we position ourselves, at different points. We don't put all our eggs in one place. We are not very rigid with our analysis. If it comes and it gives what we want, we sell or we trade. If it comes and it fails, we check, is there another place it is going to? If it goes there, we can look to trade from there. Okay, so we keep an open mind. We are very flexible. And when trade comes to our areas, we look to do something. So now we have anticipated that when it comes here, we can sell, because this DOL is still active. This DOL, I'm still looking at this DOL being reached. This one. Why do I want this DOL to be reached? It's very simple. The same thing I analyzed for DXY. It is because this was a major swing high that price took with a week. Can you see? Price took with a week. So when a major swing high is taken with a week like that, what happens? The place that started that retracement is where price should do what? Price should go to deposit all the liquidity. Are we together? So that is why I'm still looking at this place as a place that price can trade to. Okay. So that's why I'm patient on Euro USD. Okay, I'm not jumping into any trades for that for now. Okay, so let's touch AED JPY. This is something that I want to share. So the same thing, we have taken a major swing. This one is small, but it actually happened. It's small, but it happened. See, you see that there's a small sweep there. There's a sweep. If you can see it, can you see? There is a sweep of this place, of this major swing point. So that's why, of course, you can see when we took that sweep, you see how we've been buying ever since then. All right. So something happened here. We had a low sweep here, and then we went for what? We went for the high. Abi? Okay. Can you see? Now we use candle to confirm. You see that since we are buying, when we have candle low sweep, we can very effortlessly go for the buy. You see, and that's exactly how this trade came about. The daily now closed with a body at this point. This was a major area. The daily now closed with a body. So you can ask yourself, where was the most recent expansion, from this place? And that is here. Go to the line chart. You'll see that this is the last expansion that happened. See now, this was the last break of structure, or anything you want to call it, that happened. That's why I'm looking at here. So what now happens? As price swept, yesterday came and closed here. So today came and swept that yesterday and is trying to buy. So are you saying that we're now having a candle low sweep at our point of interest here? We're now having a candle low sweep as a form of confluence. Are we saying that? So let's see, is H4 expanding? It is trying to expand. So what will confirm this trade is that H4 will now do what? Will now close, body will close above this place, not wick, body will close because wicks have already tried. You see, wick have already tried to take that high, but it's not solid yet. Let there be a body closure. It is when we have a body closure that we can now look to do what? We can now look to trade. Let me see if there's a 1 hour fair value gap diamonds that I can anticipate. Oh, okay. We have some FVGs here. We have some FVGs here that can power price. All right. So this is how we build our anticipatory skills. I've already drawn this place from here. Price is now sweeping here. Let H4 expand before I now go to H1. Nothing is going to carry me to H1 if H4 has not done his own story. H4 has to do his part. H4 has to give the Q before I now go to H1 to look for entries. So you see, I've done daily, I've done H4, now I want H1. Sorry, I've done daily, right? Now I'm on H4. Let H4 give me his own part of this thing before I will go to H1, okay? All right. Let me see this other one. Have we taken this place with body? Okay, no, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. See, weekly high was we are in a very bearish market, right? So if you're taking any high to go for the low is very valid. So the weekly high was taken here. So I want a daily expansion. So today has to close below here. Today has to close below here. See, today has to close below this place. If today closes below here, then I'll now go to H4 to look for entry. So if today should close below here without triggering this place, this is where I will now look for a sell for CAD CHF. But the way it's looking is another try to it and it's going back up with a week. As at the time I analyzed it, the daily was still somewhere here. It was looking very good. But if this place closes like this, I will sell. But if it closes with a week, the way it's going there, I will cancel that plan for now. Okay? So you see that I'm positioning myself. Like I said, we're going to do a lot of waiting. So just try. Try to wait. Try to wait. Let it come to you so that you don't take unnecessary losses. All right? So that's that for CAD CHF. We're not doing anything much. We don't have to spend time. We don't have to spend all day analyzing. If you go into a chat, then you should be able to analyze that chat in 5 minutes. In fact, less. Yes. Should
We can't hear you, sir. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Breaking.
Can you hear
The volume is breaking.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, it's clear now. It's clear. It's clear now.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so the same thing I showed you for for DXY is currently showing itself here. Okay, showing itself here. So we have taken this place with a week on the daily time frame. The H4 now, you see the H4 has expanded. Can you see the H4 breaking structure to the upside? You have a lot of break of structure, double break of structure for that matter. Okay, so that was a good sign. That was a good sign. And then we have what? We have liquidity here. You're seeing that this place now is serving as inducement. Space serving as inducement. So this is a very powerful place that Euro AUD can come back to buy. Okay, this is a very powerful place that Euro AUD can come back to buy. Let me see what the daily is saying. Okay, let's see what the daily is saying. So if this okay, no problem. It's fine. So what I'm trying to see is that this can be a trade, maybe like from tomorrow. Maybe from tomorrow is a Thursday. Maybe from tomorrow, this trade will be active. Will be more high probability from tomorrow, right? See, we have a major low sweep, H4 expansion. Price was breaking to the upside multiple times. We broke here. We broke here. We also took here. We also took here. So you see that we have broken structure to the upside multiple times, right? So what do we now expect? We now had an inducement here. We also have a fair value gap. So everything is ready for this trade. It's just for the trade to come here and go. By tomorrow, I'll call the trade. By tomorrow, I'll call the trade. Let's just hope it doesn't trigger today. There's a reason why I'm saying that. It's because of invalidation. When I teach you that, you understand why. By tomorrow, I'll call the trade out. If it doesn't trigger before tomorrow, we'll call the trade from here. Okay, so let's see how the trade goes. But this is valid. This is looking very good for us for a buy. A buy is looking good there. Okay, what's the time? Let me see. Can we touch one or two more? I think all these JP they're just trying to expand. Let me. Okay. So what did I say? Can you hear me? Can you hear me clearly? Am I cracking? Am I cracking?
It's on. It's okay now.
It's okay now, Abi?
It's okay now, sir.
All right. Miss Bridget, I've done EU. I've done EU. I'm waiting for EU to retrace. Okay. And then G is the same thing. Okay, there's no trade for it yet. Waiting for a retracement into a 4 hours, check 4 hours, you see a key level and a fair value gap. That's what I want you to come back to. So, what did I say? It's not every time that price will take a major high with weak, like this is a major high. Price down to this one with body, is it not? So price took with body, that was a sign that any retracement that was down is where any expansion, the most recent expansion is what you can fund price frame. And you see that price came back, touched it with this candle, and then went up. Let me show you on the daily. You see, this was the last expansion. Price came, touched it, and went up. Can you see? Very, very solid. So what happened now? Let's go back to the weekly time frame, not monthly. So you see, weekly time frame, upon touching this place and going up, it did another expansion here. Can you see? People that have studied this thing will understand how I can see it without even going to line chart. But you can see there's another expansion here, right? So this is a very powerful place that that candle can come to buy from the weekly time frame. So I go to the daily now. The daily, what's the daily now saying? You can see that the daily is sweeping yesterday's low. It has touched this expansion line and is sweeping yesterday's lows. So if I have a 4-hour expansion and 1 hour gives me a trade, can't I buy from there? I can buy resting place or region to buy. This is an interesting region to buy. So let's see, is H4 giving us the buy? H4 has not yet bought. It has not yet expanded. When H4 closes above here like this, we can buy. Are we together? So see the way we do it. That's how we do it. When H4 closes above here, this place will now be confirmed. You see that it has not yet broken this place. When this place confirms that we have shown signs to buy, then we can now go to the H1 time frame to look for entry. This and then exactly. See, we have a very nice fair value gap that is lying down here. So you see, this is how we build up from higher time frame to H1. That time we can even go to, if there's how my 4 hours can give me a fully bullish engulfing like this, I can even go to M30 to look for a trade. I'm not, can go to M30 to look for a trade, but we have to follow due process so that we don't get caught up on the wrong side. Some of us, we take some losses and we don't even understand why we took the loss. You know, we take some losses, we don't even know why we took the loss. At least now we understand that sometimes it can be because your trade is invalidated or you are coming from the wrong side of the market. But when we come from the daily, you know, H4, it's difficult to be on the wrong side, right? It's difficult to be on the wrong side. More, at least 70% of the time, we are going to see our trades run to our drawn liquidity. The only issue may be that maybe there was no clear entry, because there are times that you can have a very good direction, but you don't have a very good entry depending on your trading system or approach. So that's the only thing. But we are always, at least most of the time, we are right about direction. And I'm sure you have seen it play out many times here on the live session. Okay. So I'll just touch Euro NZD. There's something very good that is brewing. It's brewing here. Something very nice. This one, I want this one to also trigger tomorrow. I wanted to trigger tomorrow. What did I see here again? Or what was my reason for this? Let me check the H4. Okay. So we swept this place and then we started doing what we started buying. Now, what do you see here? This is a very major area in the market. Price did what? Price touch. So you see, price has interacted with here a couple of times. It now broke here with what? With imbalance. And then here is liquidity. So price should come here and buy back. I'm sure we are tired of me saying the same thing over and over and over again. The truth is that's how to trade. If you check your maybe your Instagram or your Twitter or whatever app you use, check traders. Go back in time. Those that post their trades, there are some people that are very active on social media, right? People that are very, very active on social media and they have been posting their trades for years. Go back to their pages, like from last year before last, 2020, 2021, 22. You notice that their trades always look the same. You notice that their trades most of the time always look the same. I don't know which trader you look up to, but just check. You'll see that their trades always look very similar. So over the years, they have stuck to one trading approach. Somebody that's learning from them can, or let me say, someone that is trying to learn from them can say, this guy is saying the same thing over again. It's getting boring. Well, it's the truth. That's how to do it. I don't know which trader I can even call now. You check their chart, you see that what they have been doing this year is what they did last year, is what they did year before last. When you have a system, you just stick to the system. You see, different traders have different approaches. There are people that trade just fair value gaps and liquidity. There are people that trade time and price, at a certain time in the market, maybe let me say at London session, they expect something to happen. If it happens, they trade. If it don't happen, they go away. There are people that trade only New York session. There are people that trade, they call it ICT. There are people that trade just smart money concept. There are so many things out there. But one thing you notice that individual traders stick to what they use. It's not today, I'll trade supply and demand. Tomorrow, I'll go and trade fair value gap and liquidity. Next tomorrow, I'll go and trade smart money. I'll go and trade ICT. You will burn out and you lose so much. You're going to lose so much. So just try to get in tune with, learn to repeat the thing, learn to do it over and over and over again. Because Bruce Lee said it too, that he does not fear the man that has practiced 1,000 kicks. He does not fear the man that has practiced 1,000 kicks, but he fears the man that has practiced one kick 1,000 times. You see that one kick that he has practiced 1,000 times? If he kick you with that one kick, if he kick you with that one kick, he knows how to kick you with that one kick that, you just lose your balance instantly. But the guy that is doing 1,000 kicks, today he does this one, tomorrow he does this one, next tomorrow he does this one, he's not consistent. He does not know the nitty-gritty of the kick to ensure that he knocks the opponent out with that one kick. Okay, because he's touching this kick tomorrow, he's touching another one, tomorrow he's touching another one. So please just learn to stick to one strategy. Just learn to stick to one. Now you can have different entry models, but let the strategy be one. Okay, you can have order block entry model or key level entry model like I used to use, but my strategy is one. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Kane. There, I see your text. Thank you very much. God bless you. So that's why I say don't get tired of me saying the same thing over and over again. That's how to do it. That's actually how to do it. Okay, so we swept this low on the daily time frame here, and you see that price has done what? Price has gone to expand. Okay, price has gone to expand. H4 now has given you a very solid key level here. A very solid key level here. Yeah, you see that price has touched 1, 2, 3, 4. So when price comes back to this place, it's going to interact with here again. Sometimes even if it doesn't run to DOL, at least it will give you a reason to buy. At least you can even catch something from here before the trade, goes back to do whatever it wants to do. So that's how to do it, right? That's how to do it. So please don't get tired of doing it over and over again, right? I had 2 trades yesterday, 1 loss, 1 win. I had 2 trades yesterday, 1 loss, 1 win. I was not going to talk about it because I did not share it on the live session, but it's just to show you that you can do one thing, and then it loses. But when it wins, it will cover up what you lost. The loss was on GBP JPY. This is the last thing I'll talk about for currencies. The loss was here. The loss was here. It's the same thing I do. The same thing I do. As I yesterday, this place, this was a high. So you see that price came back for this. This was daily time frame. This was an expansion that had liquidity here. So price came back for this liquidity, swept this place and then went up. So I said, oh, okay, if we have swept here, we have touched the expansion, we should buy, right? Now, what did it do? H4 gave me an expansion. Everything was there. And it also gave me a fully bullish engulfing here. This now gave me the license to go to H1 to look for a trade. So H1 now had this. Is it H1 or H2? Let me check. I think was it H2? H3, yes, it was H3. H3 now gave me a very beautiful entry. And as if that was not enough, it also printed trendline liquidity at my area. Like, can you see the amount of things I have said that led to this trade? I've said how many things: sweep, expansion, order block entry, fair value gap, liquidity build-up. So there was so many things that showed that this buy is going to work, but the buy ended up not working. I took a loss here. I was not even angry because I followed the rules, right? Now, that same this thing, there was now a trade for USD CAD. Let me show you how USD CAD happened. I was not going to share it because I did not talk about it here. But then again, it's just to show you that the thing works. Now, upon sweeping, where did we come from? Okay, upon taking this place with body, this was a major high. We took here with body. So we need that price will retrace to either expansion and then buy. But price did something instead. Price came to sweep a major swing point instead. So I knew that as we have swept this swing point, delete this, we are coming for this high. So any reason to pick buy, any buy you see within this range, just know that the buy will come and vomit everything here. So what did I do? I did not have a trade as when it was here. I went to H4. There was expansion here, but price did not come here. There was another one here. There was another one here. And then the last expansion before price got here was this guy. Can you see? Look at the line chart. You see it. Can you see? There was actually an expansion here. So this now piqued my interest. Oh, okay. We are very close to drawing liquidity. Maybe price will give a buy from here before it takes liquidity here. So I now drew this line and entered 1 hour time frame to look for entry. I saw everything I saw for GJ was here again. Kai, order block. This was the order block. Let me draw it down. This was the order block that was here. Order block was here. Fair value gap, inducement was here. Fair value gap was here. So this is where the buy came from. The buy was from here. I covered this candle here, so that in case of very small wick, I covered this candle, and then the TP was to be on where? On this DOL. Are you seeing how on the GJ I lost -1. I lost -1 on the GJ, and then I was able to recover +3. I didn't close at +3. I closed on +2 point something. if I'm not mistaken, plus 2 point something. So you see how I lost 1 R and then I covered up with 2 R. Are you seeing what I'm trying to say? This is what trading is all about. It's not going to be all blue or all greens. But when you win, you will see that the win is going to cover for the buy. And you see that USD CAD itself has surpassed that place. It has been going up ever since then. That means that whatever analysis I did from here was very correct. So sometimes you lose, sometimes you win. But ensure that when you are winning well. Okay, so that's what happened. So the trade ended around somewhere here, around these areas. Around, I can't remember, but that was how I was able to cover for that GJ loss. Can you see? So that's what it's all about. So please learn to stick to one thing. Learn to stick to one thing. If we have a direction, a bias from here, we know that we're going to come here. Yeah. So just look for expansions. Trade from the expansions till we reach this place. When price comes for your expansion, you can go to H1 to look for order block or key level entry. But when it has fair value gap, it's good to go. We'll do a lot in November so that we can really do this thing in-depthly. Okay. So I'm going to use this opportunity to say that we have an event coming up in Abuja on Saturday. Okay, Saturday is 8th of November, if I'm not mistaken. So there's going to be an event in November in Abuja. So if you're in Abuja, the venue is I'm typing it on the chat box, Valencia Hotels Wuse 2. Valencia Hotels Wuse 2, 9 a.m. That is the venue for the event. Valencia Hotels Wuse 2. So if you're in Abuja, or if you have any friends or family that are in Abuja, you can invite them to come around. Okay, Valencia Hotels Wuse 2 at 9 a.m. We're going to be bringing the goodies from WellTrade, and then there's going to be a person that's going to win a smartphone, an Android phone. At that day, there's going to be a raffle draw, and of course, alongside every other thing that we are going to be sharing. So I look forward to seeing you there. So come around, invite your friends, tell a friend to tell a friend. And this is powered by WellTrade, and it will be very good to see, people from the live session there. Okay. So thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much, everyone. And we'll see next time. Okay. See you next time. Have a lovely day and have a lovely rest of week. Goodbye. Will it be live streamed? It should be live streamed. It should be live streamed. Anyhow, this thing will get to you, but we want to see you there. Okay. If you're in Abuja, please come around. If you're in Abuja or environs, please come around. Okay. We want to see you there. So have a lovely day. Goodbye.